Hi, and welcome to the first episode of Confessions of a New Age Goddess. I'm your host, Melissa. So I know what you're all thinking, Melissa. Who are you, and what is the purpose of this pod? So basically, I've been on this healing journey probably my whole life. I've always been fascinated with anything that had to do with astrology, spirit world, and any metaphysical thing I could get my hands on. I knew from a young age that helping others and spreading peace was vital to my being. This made me curious, always hungry for whatever knowledge I could obtain on a wide range of topics. I was still, and always am, reading a book, attending a workshop, or finding a mentor that could help me in whatever subject I was interested in at the time. It really all started out very basic and then grew more and more. Once I learned about one topic, it made me curious about another. After I started getting more experience, I started to realize about the concept of oneness, how everything really is connected to everything else. Also, when you put two different things together in a certain combo, it creates a completely unique third item. For example, red and blue, when you put them together, makes purple. Simply put, if you know the foundation of astrology, for example, then it will be a breeze to learn tarot card reading, since they have so many similar concepts. Knowing how certain traits of zodiac signs, and more specifically someone's birth chart, helps you understand people better in general. So, I know certain zodiac signs tend to be overthinkers. If I have this information in my back pocket, I will be more understanding when I notice someone who tries to overanalyze the situation. Having this knowledge makes you more compassionate and gives you a head up on how certain people and certain individuals operate. I started noticing themes in everything, which led me to realize how similar we all are as spirits, and how we are really all one mode of consciousness living in and out different forms and perspectives. Having my hands in many different modalities always made me better at each one separately too. For example, my understanding of the elements of fire and water in Qigong can help me better explain how these elements come into play in a natal chart reading. I also can explain things very clearly so anyone can understand these themes by using examples and etc. The purpose of obtaining information from many different modalities is to get the full picture. If I'm doing a natal chart interpretation and I can bring in aspects from different modalities to enhance the message I'm trying to bring across, that's going to help the individual overall. Another reason it's important to have a basic knowledge of a variety of different modalities is to reach different people with different levels of understanding. We have so many different types of learners and preferences. Maybe one person is a visual learner and would benefit more from a tarot card reading, for example. Perhaps another person doesn't resonate with that and would prefer an energy clearing. Or a third person needs a combination of both. Since people are so unique, there will never be a one-size-fits-all approach for things. A customized, recommended approach is sometimes exactly what a person needs. Also, if a certain method isn't achieving the desired result, there is an a la carte option to choose from. All these different modalities play off each other and make each other better when combined. Besides having an unwavering curiosity about life, existence, life purpose, and passion, and why we are here, as if that isn't enough, I realized I needed healing more than anything. No one looks for help or answers if everything in life is running smoothly. So again, I started searching, looking for ways to calm my anxiety, for answers to why I view things from a different angle, and why my train of thought was always different. Why I felt misunderstood, why I never felt like I had a tribe that I fit into. This was all extremely overwhelming for me as a soul. I kept trying to fit in when I subconsciously knew I wasn't supposed to. This feeling affected every aspect of my daily life. I worked many terrible jobs with beyond toxic work environments. It also didn't help that I wasn't in the right line of work either. That turned out to be why I got into that line of work to begin with, was to help people, but they turned that into something bad. And basically, I wanted my role in a workplace to be the safe space where people could go to, but instead I was the scapegoat. This was all due to poorly run business that blamed their lack of ability to run a business on me. I internalized these feelings, and without my knowing, they were just projecting their shortcomings onto me. I got to the point where my anxiety was so bad that I would have panic attacks on a daily basis if I wasn't on meds. Being so sensitive and empathetic to other people's energies was making me physically sick and would have me get terrible headaches and pounding stomach aches as well. Also, the universe must not have wanted me to work these soul-crushing jobs because I kept getting laid off time and time again. It always came out of nowhere, too. There was no warning, no previous bad work performance marks, and nothing I could have done about it. Every time I had the extra free time from being unemployed, guess what I did? I immersed myself in my passions. I read the books. I went to the workshops. I found the mentors that I'm very grateful for. And most importantly, I practiced my craft. Each time getting better than the last time. Each time getting a clearer message on what my unique path looked like. I can't even explain to you the deep-rooted anxiety of knowing that you have great potential and not knowing what to do with it. Of course, this feeling that there are people crying out for your help, but you can't do anything about it because you can't reach them can be overwhelming. This is the true definition of anxiety, wanting to be somewhere other than where you currently are. That doesn't always have to be a place, but instead a peace of mind. You also have to break through the social conditioning of having a 9-to-5 and keeping up with everyone else. I feel like people now are more understanding about what the true definition of success is before they used to be. So when I first went through all of this, I did get a lot of backlash. It was considered quite taboo, and I really had to stop caring about what others thought about me. And not just say I didn't care, but live it too. So what did I do? I searched tirelessly for help, answers, relief, and what I found amazed me. I found even more than I was looking for. I found it because I needed to help myself and knew there was no one else who could do it for me. So I discovered Reiki healing, the law of attraction, meditation techniques, and different perspectives that changed the way I view everything. Having an energy healing session, which simply put was unblocking and realigning certain energy centers in your body that get out of whack due to emotional trauma, old beliefs, and etc. This truly was an aha moment for sure. The peace and calm that I felt after a session was like something I have never felt before. The insight I got from the session also helped me to see why I was experiencing certain emotions and what tools I could use to fix what was broken. A lot of people know that something is wrong, but they don't know how to fix it or even where it stems from. When you acquire this knowledge, you now have a roadmap. This gives you a great sense of confidence and clarity that many desperately need. I know I needed this, and I am immensely grateful for that door that was open for me. This truly sparked a passion for me to explore more and get deeper and deeper with the knowingness of myself. You do spend more time with yourself than any other person in your life. Don't you think you should get to know that person? A lot of people carry around the idea of who others tell them they should be or who they think they are. Or they just use society's labels. You're male, you're a teacher, you're rich, you're poor. You're not even your name if you really think about it. Who you really are is so much deeper than that. You're obviously a soul. But what speaks to your soul? What are your passions? What lights you up? What are things that you're naturally drawn to? Once you find out who you are, only then can you get to know someone else on an intimate level. I'll give you a big secret. We're all connected, so you are me and I am you. This is a little complex, but just think about it a bit. Once you start to tap into your intuition, you realize it was with you all along. The voice inside your head that tells you need to change lanes at the last minute, or the gut instinct that tells you you're in danger. We all have experienced those feelings, but what would happen if you listened to your intuition all day and not just here and there? Well, you would be an intuitive. I use my intuition all the time. When I'm in a store and I feel pulled to go down a certain aisle, even though I don't need anything in that aisle or from that section, and then all of a sudden something pops up on the shelf that I forgot I needed. Or when you feel inspired to change the route you take home and pass by a sign that moves something in you, and then that helps you find an answer to a question you had been looking for. This is basically turning off your logical brain and using your intuitive mind. This is something that you can start small with, and then just like a muscle, the more and more you use it, the bigger it gets, and it gets stronger too. I think a lot of people are afraid to use their intuition because we put so much value on the logical mind. This is incorrect. The subconscious or the superconscious mind, as some call it, are really more self-aware than the logical mind could ever fathom. You are working from an entirely different playing field. It's like major leagues versus minor leagues. This has affected every aspect of my life for the better, and I will never go back to old thought patterns. This healing allowed me to the point where I was able to wean myself off of the meds, and it took more than one try to get there, but after the second try, I really was truly free. I know what it's like to hit rock bottom without anyone there to save you, and I am forever grateful for that experience. If I didn't do it on my own, there would have been so many things that would have been left undiscovered. I'm also thankful for the terrible things I experienced. Otherwise, I would have never started my journey. I would have been stuck, settling for a simple life with no meaning. Now, nothing scares me more than a comfortable life. When you know you're a warrior and you're not able to go to battle, you kind of feel like you're stuck in the shallow end of a swimming pool, so scared to venture into the deep end, where you really do find your true self. And let me tell you, I've been there and done that. Been let go of a total of 4 jobs? Yeah, been there. Been rejected and used? Yeah, I've been there too. But I've also healed from all these events too. After a while, it almost becomes addicting to see what you can overcome. I know I'm not unique to this. We all have hard times, and believe me, it's not a competition to see who has been hurt worse. It's more of an understanding of why. I'm of little value in terms of helping someone if I haven't gone through what they've gone through. That's why it happened to me. I had to heal myself first before I could heal others. So that's who I am, and that's what this pod is about. Here I will go over a variety of topics such as dream interpretation, astrology, energy healing, law of attraction, and so much more. And I promise I won't get too technical. I want this to be a pod where someone who knows nothing about spirituality can easily understand the concepts before them. Also, these topics relate to everyday life. We have souls and get affected by these themes without even being aware of it. I can give you the tools to help you discover you. Not the version you're playing in this dimension, but the real you, the 2.0 version, if you will. I don't have all the answers, because no one does, but I know where to look, and I am constantly learning and want to share what I learn with the open-minded and curious souls who roam this earth. That's the whole point of obtaining knowledge, is to share it. I'm looking to interview my mentors in the field, since each specializes in something different and can really add their skills and expertise to enhance the different messages I try to convey. That being said, I'm so excited to share this journey with you. Can't wait to discover all the new experiences along the way. If you were ever interested in learning about metaphysical topics before, here is your chance to soak it all in. The quote that sums it all up would say, "I only understood myself after I destroyed myself, and in the process of fixing myself, did I know who I really was." So with that, shine on, and remember, we're all gods and goddesses after all.